This amazing person says to me, are you safe? Are you hydrated? Like, how are them finances? I'm like, first of all, if humans aren't safe, they can't learn. And if you can't learn, you can't evolve. If you can't learn, you can't evolve. So I'm like, okay, I just learned in that moment that I need to be asking about people's safety. I need to just incorporate it into the way I speak with them, because that's what I really want to know. How you doing? Like, we already say okay or fine before we even think about it. But are you safe? I am staying hydrated. I've been drinking. Oh, where's my... Let me get my thing. I had to take a little break because I was peeing a lot. But I'm at 5 o'clock. Ooh, what you say? It's 5 o'clock now. So I'm right on schedule with my gallon of water a day. So I'm definitely staying hydrated. Financially okay. I said safe, check. Hydrated, check. Financially okay. Ooh. Well, but I'm not in my feelings about it. And because I wasn't in my feelings, I could tell essentially a stranger that, yeah, my money's not right now, but I'm not emotionally embittered or embroiled in the feeling of it. It's just a fact. It's just a moment right now that I am developing strategies. I'm moving forward. I'm making that not the case, etc. She says to me, I've been blessing people with $100 chunks from my damn stimulus check. And I've been saying to people, I'm like, this stimulus check is not, I think it's not, I'm not going to get one because for many freelancer reasons, but I think that the stimulus check is about investment. That the real lesson of the stimulus check is not to act as a consumer, but it's to be a means for investment. I'm not saying you got to invest all of it, but I think that should be a part of the process. This $100 chunks are an investment. I think, even if she never talks to those people again, I think it's an investment because, one, it displays an extreme abundance mindset. Like, that right there, I am inspired by it. I'm like, okay, that's check. They said, when I watched Random Acts of Flyness, I was inspired by the message that you were able to convey. And no, I didn't write every word of that, but I did improvise some things in that episode. And for me, because I had been having this conversation about entitlement, particularly as a Black person, and like even more specific to Black femininity, the idea that you are entitled to a number of things, one of which is rest, which is kind of the point of the whole experience, this ASMR experience. I felt that she was inspired by that, and I was inspired in turn by her. Sis, I was inspired. It fed me, and I was wondering, I know this is weird from somebody that you just met online, but can I share this with you? Yes, I receive it. I embrace it. I am grateful for it. I am made joyful by the fact that all the things that have been churning in my head are in fact coming into fruition just that quick. My ability to manifest, and maybe this is true for everybody, but my ability to manifest is heightened, it is engaged, it is activated. It is activated by knowledge of self, period. The more you know yourself, oh my God, the more you can manifest. That's just it. The more you know yourself, the more you can activate, the more you can manifest. Because I told myself, because you know, internet due. It's only $60. Internet due, but I didn't have $60. But I'm a leader. I'm a catalyst. I'm a visionary. I'm a nurturer. I'm a receiver. Girl, I made that decision that I was gonna get that money before I left out of that house to go have this pound cake and this hamburger. And so many times in my life, I have been in the same situation. I have needed something, I have wanted something, and haven't had the means to do it, and have jumped through 11 different hoops, borrowed and taken forever to pay back, because really it wasn't about me borrowing. It was about me understanding that I am a person like all of us who is worthy of support, who requires support, who is entitled to support. And if I would have had that mindset, I'm sure it would have turned out a lot differently. And that's okay. I don't regret my life's decisions or experiences or anything like that. But what Maya Angelou say, when you know better, you do better. I know better than to get caught up emotionally about something as surface as money. Because if you have the other things together, it reveals how surface, that it's just a representation of something else that needs to be resolved in your own mind. Because when I woke up this morning, I didn't have a plan necessarily. I knew the only thing that I knew was that I wasn't going to borrow and I wasn't going to ask. Because if I'm not in a position where someone, and it doesn't have to be somebody that you know. If I'm not putting myself in a position for someone to ask about me, to inquire, that I'm doing something much more. Maybe I need to not have no internet. Maybe I didn't need to have internet. I need to have an opportunity to find that out. But since I knew, I was like, I remember thinking to myself, I don't know how it's going to happen, but I'm not worried. I'm just not worried. So I'm saying all of this to say that you have to know yourself. Oh, I got to tell y'all this one other thing. So my other homegirl, I talked to her. We're going to be working on this television show together. We were talking. We hadn't talked in a while. Rona got, it's like we got a lot of work. This has given us a lot of time to work on things, to think about things, to accept things, to grow from things, to be courageous about things, right? So my homegirl told me, sometimes I gotta stop believing what I say about myself. Now, I know I just went through this whole thing. I'm a leader. And that's true. I am. But I've been telling myself some other things for a long time, that I'm like what they call it. I'm a servant. And even though my leadership is ultimately in service, I'm not a servant. I'm what I said. I'm actually a leader, because all of the evidence points to that. All of the things that have pushed my life forward, and I bet you're a leader too. Everything that pushed my life forward was something that I initiated, that I felt in my heart, mind, and spirit, and I moved forward with it. I led the charge on that. And that's when things pop off in such a positive way. And so I've decided, like, I have been coming up to that, but that's why you have friends, because they end up saying something to you. And I'm not saying you gotta have a bunch, but like, especially when you know yourself, you realize like the kinds of friends that you need. I was like, damn, Kara Crombie, you just gave me a whole word. Like, instead of convincing myself that I need to support somebody else, that if I support myself, if they need my support, it's gonna come out as an outgrowth of me supporting myself. I hope that this I don't know how long this is gonna be, like when I edited it, but I hope that this touches somebody, in their spirit, because it's just so key. Just because you are vocal doesn't mean that you have to like beg or anything like that. Being aware of yourself opens the door, guaranteed, it opens the door for people to be helpful to you as a way of helping themselves. Like, if we all got into that headspace, I'm like, this could be some powerful lives that we could continue to live. So that was my story time, and I'm so glad I was able to share it with you, because it felt so important to do that. And I hope that you find it in your heart or something to be open to the possibility that you're a leader, that you are the creator or whatever of your own destiny, and you fully embrace that, because there are gonna be so many people in your freaking life who, not because they're trying to do something nice for you, are gonna want to help you on that journey because it enriches them. So, I mean, that's how I feel about it. And I hope that you're having a wonderful day or whatever, or evening or whatever, and that you come back again and just maybe join the conversation or whatever, and are inspired yourself. So yeah, that's what I want. That's what I want, because I'm gonna keep on sharing. And watch, the day is May 17th. Watch. Now, I done told you, I'm gonna have a TV show, probably gonna have some book deals, no, not probably, I'm gonna have some book deals. I'm gonna be in major publications, because that's where the word needs to get out, because I need everybody to know and see. They need to have access. They don't need to go to a museum or a gallery or something hoity-toity. They need to be able to access what I'm serving up from the privacy of their own home, their phone, whatever. So mark my words, I hope y'all come with me, but I'm going there regardless. I love you. Peace.
I hate social distancing. I hate it. But this ain't no normal coronavirus. But luckily, 2020 and we have technology. So you can reach out to your homies. Reach out, Skype with somebody. Reach out, slide in a DM. Reach out, cause we're all in this together. Reach out, make plans for July. Reach out.